Welcome to MR.SNACKS, Soul Cafe. Grab a latte, have a seat, and join us for another evening podcast featuring MR.SNACKS himself, Hiroshi. Here he is.
Hello, thanks, Julia Caesar. Welcome. Let's get on it. I was talking to a family member the other day. We're talking about the current situation in this country, the pandemic. I call it the plandemic. The lockdown, the effect on her and the kids. And that discussion carried over on another phone call to a friend, talking about what's happening in this country. The subject matter being the racism and killings and what's going on in our society here in general. Then that discussion went on to another phone conversation with another friend about religion, spirituality, faith, beliefs. And it was a heavy day because I was dealing with some health issues and dealing with feelings of isolation and feeling alone, that feeling. But I had one great day of social contact this year, a few weeks ago, playing some badminton and a dinner after that, watching a movie and with my brother who invited me and a few of his friends, 2 ladies, by the way, and 3 men in total, including myself. It was fun. So back to my point, after some pondering, in regards to, to this country, life doesn't know the US. Life doesn't know England or India or any other country. The mind labels the US, England, India, whatever. As far as what's going on in our minds, the mind will be, and it is what is meant to be and can't be other than what is, right? Another point I wanted to make, I've started to take daily walks at night from about 2 to 4 miles for the past few months, surprisingly. And it's not because I decided, even though the mind will be a claimer, the ego is a claimer. But as I shared in the past podcast, man is not the doer or the thinker. The effort is there to go on these walks because that is what's happening. What made me start walking when I haven't done this type of walking for many years? The last time was when I was living in LA. That was over, 15 years ago? Wow, the mystery of life. And the mind wanders and questions life. Am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Shouldn't I be doing something else with my time during the lockdown? Well, there's no other moment in life than the moment I'm in, correct? And to bring calmness and ease and steadiness, I will share that there's no right or wrong path because there's no other path that I can be on other than the path that I'm on in the moment, right? Control is an illusion. It's the ego that thinks and believes it is in control of life. It's a thought. And life is uncontrollable, as I've covered before, unknowable. And it's also thoughtless and timeless. And yes, there are many teachings out there I have observed on Instagram and YouTube that say the opposite. I would share if man is in control of life and the mind, would man ever have a negative or destructive, depressing thought? Would man ever be unhappy or depressed or sad? So if man had control of life, would man prevent aging? I mean, come on. Most of us who are middle-aged or even older, we dread, becoming older. Would man be rich and successful and always in good health if he had control? The truth is, life happens to man. Man doesn't make life happen. And seeing happens, right? Does man do anything to see when you wake up in the morning? Your eyes just open and you see. The same with hearing or smelling, tasting or touching, feeling. Man finds himself in the moment. Did man make the moment he finds himself in? Of course not. Man is in the moment whether he likes it or not. Doesn't mean you have to like the moment or not like it. Free will is a myth, an illusion. Science has proven this. So my family member said to me that she wished she could have been a certain way or maybe raised a different way. She wasn't happy in the way that she is, as she put it. Understand that I said to her, you could not have turned out in any other way than the way you are now. You have come out the way you were meant to come out. And that goes for the kids or anyone. She complained about the kids. I mean, she had a lot of positive things to say about the kids and everything, but maybe I should have raised them this way or that way. That's the past. As the mind is never in the present moment, but in the past or the future. Past is regretting. I could have done it this way. I should have done this or that. Your kids will turn out the way they were meant to be. So just accept them and love them as they are. Don't set conditions, which the mind naturally does. But conditional love is not love. True love is unconditional. So every generation will turn out the way they were meant to, whether we like it or not. And in regards to the pandemic, as I call it, a plandemic, I would say that thoughts can do more harm than the coronavirus. Understand that humans do not make any moment in daily life or in life because vegetation, animals, or matter, does not make any moment in life. In every moment, there's only a single movement. Life is a continuous, spontaneous, uncontrollable, unpredictable, singular movement. And this singular movement flows as it is meant to flow. Everyone is who he or she is and cannot be other than who or she is. The individual with knowledge also does not understand that what is meant to happen will happen because the individual with knowledge believes that they are the doer. Man is not the doer. And it's natural to feel anxious. That's the human condition. Anxiety makes you impatient. But when you understand that life will happen the way it is meant to happen, you will neither be anxious, you won't be impatient in life. There will just be a trust in life, in the intelligence of life. So we have no control on how to view the good, the bad, the ugly events in our lives. We will view the events as we are meant to view because we do not have any control on what happens in our lives. Being a witness to any activity or events around us will happen if it is meant to happen. Why? Because we don't have any control on what happens in our lives or around us. And in closing, to my family member, I told her there's nothing wrong with you, really. Stop beating up yourself. Just as nothing is wrong with anyone in the moment, because everyone is who they are in any moment in life and cannot be other than who or what they are in any moment in life. The mind says differently. It's the drama center. It has one feeling worried, anxious, and wishing and wanting, hoping life to be different than what is. Life is as it is, as I shared before many times, whether we like it or not. I wish I was this, or I wish I had this. I wish I could change that. That gets you nowhere. And it's all mental. It's all in the mind. Look at life. Look at nature. Trees don't argue and compare themselves to each other, do they? You don't see a turtle walking around depressed because they aren't as powerful, quick, or graceful as, let's say, a tiger or a cheetah. It's the human condition. I tell you, it's crazy. The mind can be hell. It is hell. It's in duality. It swings between opposites, from happiness to sadness, back to happiness. And it isn't really happiness. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts. It's madness, really. One day you're the pigeon, and the next day you're the statue. Anyway, take care.